So the last part to lay out, be the last thing we do today, is the air scoop. The air scoop is the most complicated because if you look, there's some angles and you have to measure an 1/8 inch and 3/8 of an inch. So our measurements get a little bit tougher. So just remember that on your ruler, okay, if your ruler is a ruler that's divided into 16ths like most, 1/8 is 2 lines. So if I went from my 2, there's 1/8 because it's 2 lines. 3/8 would be what? 6 lines, right? There's a quarter, which is 4/8, or which is, sorry, 2/8, and there is 3/8, right? So just make sure when you measure these, you get those measurements right, because that's important. And believe it or not, that's why we're doing this, so that I know that you know how to measure and you know how to measure. Okay, so air scoop. It is 3 inches this way, just like your fins. So look, this point right here is going to be this right there. So this is the bottom, this is backwards for you guys, but this is the bottom left-hand corner of my air scoop. So if I look at this plan, I have to go from that corner over 3/8 of an inch for the dashed line, then 3 inches, then 3/8. So watch, I'm going to do this kind of fast, but you can pause the video if you need to. So I'm going to start at my 2 just because it's easy. And I'm going to go over 3/8 of an inch. So that is 6 lines. It's between the quarter and the half. I'm going to mark 3/8. Then I'm going to go to the start of my ruler. Make sure you move your ruler over. A lot of times kids measure the 3 inches from this point rather than the mark they just made. Then you're 3/8 of an inch short. So I'm going to go over 3 inches. Then I have to go 3/8 again. So from there, I'm going another 3/8 or 6 lines. So look, I have, I'm going to move this a little closer where hopefully you can see it better. This line right here is going to be a dashed line going straight up, dashed line here going straight up. But I don't know what straight up is yet, right? I need to make my marks up here so I can line it up perfectly. So I'm going to go over 3/8 from here again. My pencil is getting a little dull. I like to use a really sharp pencil. And then I'm going to go over 3 inches again. I don't need the other 3/8. So now, you know what I said before, I like when I'm drawing parallel lines, I like to be able to see the lines and not cover them up with the ruler. So I'm going to spin this around. This line is dashed. This line is dashed. So I have this and this. Now I've got to get the angles in there. And if you look, I go up to the top and go out 1/8 of an inch that way and out 1/8 of an inch the other way. So I'm going out from the middle 1/8 of an inch. So watch, 1/8 of an inch is 2 lines. So if I start, say, at my 2 here, I go 2 lines over the mark. And then if I start at my 2 here and I go 2 lines over, now I need to connect this to this corner. A line. Then I need to connect this to the mark I made down there. And look, that air scoop looks like this one, only obviously bigger. So this would be my air scoop. The other thing I forgot to tell you at the beginning, be really careful with your tag board, cardboard, vanilla file folder, cereal box, whatever you're using, that you don't get creases because they're bad. My cereal box, unfortunately, had a little bit of a crease in it when I started. I flattened it out as much as I could because that will affect how it skims for you. All right, get your air scoop laid out.